What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? Official, what's going on? How are you doing? Happy Saturday, y'all. Almost New Year's Eve. With that in mind, tomorrow's the last day of drop, y'all. So drops end tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Twitch drops do. So get your drops if you haven't already. What do we got? How much longer? 2 hours and 40 minutes on the tree. So today I wanted to get this AP reset finished up. Not going to be... Yeah, finishing up 55. I'm going to stream again tonight, I think, but I'm not going to stream DD2. I think I'm going to play a little PoE tonight. But I've got some things I need to get done and prep for tomorrow. We're probably going to end up having a big New Year's dinner either tomorrow or Monday. I'm not sure which one yet. Yeah, anyway, let's just get it rolling here. Started playing and made a gun witch. Don't know if that was a good idea. Oh, started playing PoE. A witch is super strong. You can... There's some really good summon builds. There's, you know, you can go into a lot of good caster builds. Plenty of options to do off of a witch, for sure. Witch is never a bad choice. I'm going with, Summon Raging Spirit's Guardian now, is with a little bit of magic find. What's going on, Berserker Wolf? How you doing? So we're on 308. We got to get to 320 to get this AP wrapped up. Let's do it. Doing good. Well, very nice. Very nice. I'm doing good too. I feel a lot better, not sick anymore. I was sick last weekend, but I'm fully recovered now and just getting a little more DD2 in before the year is done. What's the best godly roll in a relic? It depends on what item you're putting it on, Doug. For like a damaging defense, defense crit chance would be the best roll. For like a boost or a buff beam, defense crit damage would be the best roll. Mathematically, there's going to be only a very small difference between crit damage and crit chance, but crit chance will always win. All right, what do we got? Bunch of Zerks. Got some hex throwers here too. I better deal with those guys. And I think we can just stack it all up right here. Nothing fancy on this one to worry about. Doing some survival right now for some godly orbs. I'm going to be, once I get burnt out on this AP reset business, I'll definitely be grinding some survival again. I've got a bunch of orbs right now, but to me, survival is the most fun. Let's see. That's Timmy. Timmy is never going to be too challenging, but do I get one more water aura just in case? For the controlled burn. I mean, that is so much overkill. It's just crazy, but whatever. All right, what do we got for flyers? We got EMP Zappas. I mean, there's no reason to think just that. You know what? Let's do this instead. Just throw a Skyguard here. We got Omega Squad Alpha, and these guys are Zerky. No Borks or anything to worry about. Nothing to worry about there. Nothing to worry about there. We're going to have to deal with the flyers, of course. We got 900 left, so I mean, that's two full stacks of hotness here. I guess we can do one. The range on these is good enough. I can just do one stack right here. Yeah, I enjoy survival personally. To me, that is the most fun. That, and with it being the true end game, you know. Over here, we'll just go, we'll get all the range stuff on it. So it gets out there and hits them flyers. Actually, that leaves me 10 DU short. Well, I mean, I don't need to do like a big massive setup here, actually. Reduce magical damage, increase physical damage. Yeah, whatever. We will just ignore that business. And go with good old faithful here. Gets should be good enough, hopefully. See how it rolls here. I want to try. I haven't done either of the two new maps on survival yet. I want to try to get some builds going on those. Oh, we got a bullet sponge over here too. Wondering if I want to do something for that bullet sponge. The water aura is just barely enough damage to... I got 30 left. I can figure something out here. Let's do this. We'll just move this guy off to the side, and then we'll get that guy there, and then with those two, I think that should be more than sufficient to handle the bullet sponge. Good enough. Let's see, yeah, now the bullet sponge is disappearing. I'll upgrade that ogre lane just to make sure we're beasting through everything down there. But yeah, the new maps, the survival's the real deal, man. I mean, it gets quite difficult quite quick. You don't have to, you know, spend a bazillion hours getting to super hard survival content, which is quite nice. Like, you start on wave 71, you can be at pretty difficult content, like, just really, really fast. What floor? This is 308, Aramir. What are you on? You're on 302. Give it 15 minutes, you will have caught me. You know you run these things 10 times faster than I do. More chance for 10? No. There's no multiplier that affects mod drops. It's just pure RNG. What's going on, Nylar? How you doing? I was gonna bust out my mercenary today and play on the mercenary, but Still not 100% dialed in. I'm gonna have to go down to lower end content and grind some shards. Either that or just spend the defender medals on them, which I probably don't have. Or actually, I got enough to buy a shard right now, so I could just do that. It's luck, and there's a pity system. Ooh. Guess just still not enough juice down here, huh? But you don't find all the mods you need. It's a game of grinding the crafting materials to re-roll the mods. So every 286 mod re-rolls is a 10 out of 10 guaranteed. So that's where you get your mods from. You will never find all of the 10 out of 10 mods you need. I mean, you'll find good 10 out of 10 mods. You know, luck. For every bit of bad luck, there's got to be some good luck, right? But as far as like putting an actual build together, you will 100% never find everything you need for a build. All right, we got a Slikelion that's getting a little bit, or no, I guess that's a little misleading because that was that lane. That top lane and then this lane on the looking at the mini map, it's definitely a little can be a little misleading as far as where the enemies are actually at. Well, he might have been laughing at the fact that anyone thinks they're going to find the drops that they need. You know, a veteran player would kind of chuckle at that because it's all about you re-roll your own mods, you buy mods from other players, and then every now and then you'll find one good mod that you need. You know? It was, I think it was an attempt at, what's going on, Ringo? I think it was an attempt at making it feel like super rare loot, but it's just so rare that you just never get it, you know? Yeah, I'm finishing up one today. I'm not sure. It depends on what the time is like after I get done. I might do some public matches, or I want to grind out some survival soon. I tried that tree build on the sewer map last night. I built it at wave 71, and it just got smoked. I thought maybe it could hold up, but it just can't. It can't hold in the higher. It's good for farming Chaos 10, but it's not viable in anything past like the 945 difficulty. I thought, man, that would be awfully sweet if I could AFK out like 50 waves of survival with that sewer tree build, because it works so good in Chaos 10. But yeah, no dice there. See, we got any loot to start the day. I actually did pretty good yesterday. I got lucky and I got multiple decent 10s yesterday. none of them that I need right now. I actually only need one. There's one particular mod I'm looking for right now. That's healthy power on gloves. I mean, I'd like to... There's other less useful mods that I want to put together for some different builds. But the only thing I'm looking for, like, actually looking for right now is just that one healthy power. And then I think after that I'm gonna save materials up for a while. Looks like nothing good. Nothing good. Alright, man, what is the deal with the bullet sponge controlled burn lanes? They're laying them on thick today with that, huh? Gonna have to watch this lane. Let's see. Do we want to go with the... Well, we got to go with the bullet sponge first, right? Should I put it down here? Yeah, let's put it down here. That way we got less chance of it getting disabled by the borkage. And then we'll do that for the bullet sponge. Let's see. What do we got over here? Timmy! The Timmy lane will be a freebie. A little overkill for a freebie, but whatever. And then we got Mob Gallery, and you'll take those over rollers? Yeah. Well, you're just getting plagued with the rollers today, I think, is the deal. We got Draken. I don't think any Draken will push down far enough for it to matter, but... And let's just do what? We'll go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves 20 left. We could do something else to help out with the flyers. Go like that. All right. Let's see if this will hold. I'm gonna have to watch this lane for sure, I think. What's going on there, Commie? Germany, huh? Getting nighttime over there already. It's still early in the day for me. Getting late at your house. It's just getting wrecked, huh? Yeah, we're doing fine here. Looks like the lower lane is just getting pounded out too. Yeah, these guys are all getting spawn camped. Can't even get the mana. They're in there. They're dying in there so far. Let's throw one upgrade on that. I hate to upgrade the water aura, but nice, Black Void. Cannons would definitely not be the easiest way. But Chaos 10 is all about bringing the walls back, really. I mean, you get walls in there, you get a lot of options on what type of defenses you can use. But the Chieftain, they're just Chieftain or they do their thing, you know, they're gonna pop their invulnerability buff. What do I think is I mean, that's just such a it's really kind of a loaded question there, call me. The Countess is really good, the Mercenary is really good for just general overall use. I would say probably the Mercenary, but anytime you throw the word best in there, you're adding a whole lot of qualifiers, you know, because you can do it on there's lots of choices, you know. Normally, when someone asks me what is the best something, I ask them best at what. Because there's lots of other qualifiers and there's lots of options, you know. Pretty much it's a game of shards and mods. So if you like a particular hero, you can make that hero work if you have the correct shards and mods. I mean, I personally really enjoy the Countess. I just like the theme of her. I enjoy playing her actively. Well, I mean, all of the bundles are the best way to get gems. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody to spend any money because everyone's financial situation is going to be different. But if you're going to buy gems, always buy them in a bundle. It's just the way to go. And, like, especially during sales. Like, they're already discounted if you buy them in a bundle. And then if you get that bundle during a sale, like right now, there's a Steam holiday sale. You get that bundle during a sale, and then it's just, you know, it's even more savings on top of it. Yeah, I mean, I've been out of bundles for years. I do not understand why they don't put more bundles up. Because people will buy them, you know? People that have already purchased all the other bundles will buy the new bundles. And they haven't put any bundles up in so long. It's got to be something to do with Steam. I don't know. With Steam and Steam's cut. I'm not sure. But you would think... I mean, if I personally was them, I'd be swapping those bundles out every 3 months. You know? Let people spend their money. It's a free-to-play game, which means you're going to spend 5 times more than you would in a normal game. Just the nature of free-to-play, you know? Or in some cases, 50 times more. Well, I mean, like I said, there's got to be a reason why they're not doing it. Like you know, I mean, Dungeon Defenders 2 doesn't have very many players, so it's not like it's smashing, you know. Augie ain't gonna be buying no yachts like old Jeff Bezos anytime soon, you know what I'm saying? But you would think, but like I said, there's got to be a reason. I mean, there's no way they're just ignoring the fact that they're a free-to-play game and they haven't put a new bundle up in years. It like either costs them too much to do it, or there's something internal with Steam, I'm sure. Well, it's the Dungeon Defenders 2 has always, you know, when you got a free-to-play game and you look at a free-to-play game, you have to decide something. Do you want, you know, just for ease of math, say, do you want 1,000 players to spend $10? Or do you want 10 players to spend $1,000? You know, it all comes out to the same amount of money. but what direction do you want to take? And Dungeon Defenders 2 has always taken the direction of they want fewer players to spend more money. You know, they want the 10 players spending 1,000, not the 1,000 players spending 10. But the benefit you get with the 1,000 players spending 10 is you get a healthier overall community. Plus, there's the chance that some of those $10 players might spend 20, you know? So, I mean, I personally have always kind of criticized them for that. But on the same note, I mean, we don't know their financials, and it is a free-to-play game. It doesn't take many people. You know, like working in the casino business my whole life, you're working for tips, right? And the whole saying when you're a blackjack dealer or a craps dealer is it only takes one person to completely make your night. Because if you get one person that's winning and is tipping, you're going to crush it, you know? Well, I mean, there could be one person spend, you know, not the same one, obviously, but there could be a person every month spending 10 grand. Yeah, one big table at a restaurant's the same way. Absolutely. I mean, pretty much all service industry is like that, but free-to-play games, people spend an absolutely absurd amount of money on free-to-play games. I mean, there's people that will just drop thousands of dollars on Dungeon Defenders 2. So, you know, those players are making up for many other players who aren't spending anything. And like I said, I mean, we don't see their financials. They could be making nothing, or they could be making bazillions, you know? And we don't know. All right, come on, let's see the first 10 of the day and hear some. Oh, there it is on the alt. Oh no, it's a gobsplosion. I'm just gonna vendor that. I got a 10 out of 10 gobsplosion on the alt. Imagine that. Let's see a real 10 out of 10. There's gotta be one in here somewhere. Gobsplosion. Oof. All right, what do we got? We got any controlled burns this time? We do not, so we can just spam it. That leaves us enough for a little Skyguard action. See how these game ogres are doing. There used to be a time where game ogre lanes would just spray loot. And then people started cheesing it. People would get a game ogre lane and then they would fail at the end of a map over and over and over and over again to keep replaying and getting all the loot from that game ogre lane. So game ogre lanes are just not the same as they used to be. I love seeing this one. This, with the exception of getting a controlled burn or whatever. Love seeing this map on survival though, or on onslaught. Little Yeti action. I ended up getting out of that trip over to Idaho yesterday. But now I'm either going to have to go today or tomorrow. I tried to talk the wife and mother-in-law out of tomorrow since it's New Year's Eve. Told them, oh, there's going to be too many drunk people on the road. And they're like, well, they ain't going to start drinking at, at noon. It's like, oh, yeah, they are. Roller. Oh, look at the roller getting owned. Thanks for subscribing there, Guillermo. Welcome. Just kind of chilling today, enjoying what's left of 2023 before it's all gone. I mean, I'm not disappointed about being able to play DD2 all this holiday season, but man, I was really hoping that one of three things was going to happen. Either Diablo 3 Season 30 was going to start, or the Stardew Valley update, which is could be here at any moment, would get here, or Alpha 22 for 7 Days to Die would go into the experimental testing branch. And none of them happened. Boo. I got that game, the front, to check out. I definitely want to check that one out. This one here, this map here is just the easy clap, huh? Come on out, little Ogus. Anything else upcoming or any game updates upcoming that you all are looking forward to? What do we got? What do we got? Getting a decent little spread of quick running maps so far today. Did I just jinx it by saying that? I may have. Let's see what we got. Check the loots. Nothing on the alt. I mean, I just got a 10 on the alt. I won't get another 10 on the alt today, you wouldn't think. Diablo 3 season lunch. I haven't seen any announcements. Did they post an announcement saying January 5th? Because they normally give 2 weeks notice after of the end of a season. And they haven't even... Where'd you see this? Send me a whisper the link to me. Because I haven't seen anything about that. Let me check their Twitter real quick. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, they haven't posted anything on Twitter about it. So I don't think that is accurate. I mean, like I said, they haven't even announced the end of the next season yet. And it's normally a 2-week notice sort of thing. So I'm not sure on that one there, WTF. Got some Borks here. Well, you would have to send a link to it. You couldn't send the picture itself. You would have to DM it to me. It won't let you post a link in chat. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything about it on any of the... So I don't think that's correct information. Going on, Mango Man? I mean, I'm looking in all of the normal spots where there would be Diablo information, and there's nothing about it. So I don't believe that is correct. Yeah, the Darkening of Tristram starts. That's not the season 30 though. That's their anniversary event, which is the same thing every year. That's probably what it is. And someone thought that maybe it was do we want to do this, or we want to just do a super stack? I feel like we just want to do a super stack right here. Oh, you're not that late, Mango Man. I just got started. Haven't been going that long. Well, I mean, is there any... There's no chat anywhere on any live stream platform that you can send pictures. Like I said, you can send me a link, but you can't post a picture. Post it to me on Twitter or in Discord or something. I'll look at it right now. Right. Is this going to hold? I feel like there's a level of sketch to what I did here. Maybe it'll be fine. I can tell you that... I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I've looked literally like right on Blizzard's website, and they have no information about it. All they have is Darkening of Tristram, which is not season 30. So I don't think that whatever you have is I think you might be misreading it or misunderstanding it, but I mean, season 29 hasn't even ended yet, or have they even announced an ending date yet? And there, at a minimum, there's always a week, or yeah, there's always that that week before seasons a season ends and another starts. That, and the 5th is on a Tuesday, so yeah, 100% debunked. All seasons start on Fridays, so they're just 1000% is not. That's not it. That's their Darkening of Tristram event. So don't you don't even have to go out of your way to send it. I 100% know that is not season start. Started playing a few days ago, going for your first reset. Don't. If you just started playing a few days ago, you are 1000% not ready to reset. So just don't do it, Guillermo. I would suggest looking at my YouTube channel and doing your homework first. First off, you never ever reset until you got a Chaos 9 win. If you just started a few days ago, it's very likely you don't have a Chaos 9 win yet. But plus, you got to look at what you're getting yourself into before resetting. It's not like there's no information in game, basically. So there's nothing to tell you what you should be doing. But if you just started a few days ago, 1000%, don't even think about resetting. You're nowhere near where you should be before you reset. This map's just got a lot of cheeky stuff. Like, you know, this top lane is super, super short. Like the bottom lane, if you get hex throwers down there, the hex throwers can throw at the core from inside of the spawn. So there's a lot of sketch on this one for sure. Yeah, sorry, Guillermo. I didn't mean to sound so aggressive. I just want to make sure you don't make that mistake. Because many brand new players will go and AP reset and it completely ruins their experience and they quit playing the game. I mean, that's super, super, super common for newer players to do that. So wasn't lashing out at you, just stressing the urgency of don't do it. You can't send links in chat. Like I said, you have to, but you don't even need to bother sending it to me because I know that it's not the case. Just read the image that you've got. It doesn't say season 30 starts. You have to whisper it to me. Send me a private message. You can't post a link in chat. You can boost yourself, Teddy. Make sure to have like an obelisk and an empowering aura you can place there, but also remember defenses do damage to those as well. So, I mean, you can stack defenses around it, and the defenses will help you. Yeah, see, none of that is confirmed information. None of that is from Blizzard. That is people all speculating. I'm looking for real info, not speculations. And the 19th of January, or no, that's February. Yeah, the 19th of January is possible. Basically, they give you 2 weeks notice of a season ending, which they haven't done yet, or roughly 2 weeks. Yeah, see, that's just all speculation. None of that is any legit information. I've got speculation too, but that doesn't make it, doesn't make it anything. Anyway, when I was hoping that it was going to come out before Christmas, that way I could play it with my son over the holiday, I got him into playing Path of Exile instead. He won't play DD2. He's not a fan of the developers. But yeah, was hoping for that to come during the holiday. But as it looks now, there's a solid chance it won't even be here until close to February. I don't know why you keep posting links when I just said you can't post links. It's on a Blizzard forum that someone is guessing those times. If someone posts on a Dungeon Defenders 2 forum on DungeonDefenders.com that we're getting 50 new maps and 47 new heroes on February 1st, that doesn't make it legit. I mean, I just checked. There's literally no information from Blizzard, so you don't need to post or copy or anything else because there is no information. I just looked. Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. If you make it look like a link, it's going to get flagged. That's just all there is to it. I used to post links, or not. I used to allow people to post links in chat for one day, and the chat was all full of porn. So yeah, never again. Damn kids and their porn. All right. What we got here? Hopefully no irritating lanes. See if we got any loot. Man, there was almost no drops on that last map on the alt. That's weird. Yeah, Bouncing Phoenix drops from Embermount. Absolutely. It's a good one. It's a good mod for just about any hero damage hero. It just hits like a truck. Like a truck. What do we got? Frosty Fodder, Omega Squad, what's? More Omega Squad, what's? Thanks for following there, Chiplo. Let's see. Go a stack here and a stack up here, maybe? Like something here. Was no control burns or anything I missed, was there? Doesn't look like it. All right, let's see if it holds. Nice. Yeah, YouTube does the video better, video quality, and Twitch does chat better. There's drops going on Twitch right now anyway, so it's a good idea to watch on Twitch at the moment to get your free cosmetics, you know? I think we can ride the roller coaster on this one. The ground flare is kind of nice. Hopefully roller coaster riding doesn't come back to bite me. There's an ogre coming out. Looks like it got wrecked. What's going on, Crook? How's things? Going good, man. Going good. It's getting that grind on a little bit, and then I want to play some PoE today. I got to unplug from DD2 for a minute at some point today and play something different. What's going on, Decaying? How are you doing? Everything getting racked up over here. Climbing floors. That's unfortunate. The hell you doing that for? Do survival, man. Something to do? Yeah, that's fair. Sounds like you may need to unplug for a while and play something else too there, Decaying. Don't miss out on anything good. Grinding something that you have that gives you no value, you know? I don't mind doing Onslaught for the AP resets because I get something out of it. You know, although it's small, that 5%, you know? But even AP resets get pretty damn tiring. What floor are we even on? We're on 312. Still got 8 more to go after this one. This reset. If you do a reset, if you climb all the way up and do a reset, yeah, but that doesn't do anything for you either. It's a little bit of quality of life, and that's it. It doesn't give you any more power. It's no gain. It's just, it keeps you from having to have any extra heroes. But, on the same note, is there any hero that you use all of their defenses on? You know? I mean, you need 3,000 Ascension per defense on a hero, right? That's if you're using everything. But like, say the Countess here. All I ever use is dragons and the Elder Dragon. So all I ever need is 6,000 Ascension. And both of those are maxed. Say the Monk. All I ever use is a Boostara. Well, nowadays, all I really ever use is a Boostar and a Skyguard, but figure even if you throw Flamar into the mix too, just because every once in a while you will drop a Flamar. Then you need 9,000 Ascension. But what you're gaining from the Ascension is not enormous. It's big, but it's not enormous. If you're in Chaos 10 gear, what you get from Ascension is a very small number. It's like, what, 15% or 20%? It's not a whole lot. I did that last night. Or not last night, I did that last week. Deleted all my heroes. I got 1 page of heroes now. I'll end up filling page 2 with Lava Mancers for volcanoes. Pre-50, yeah. Do your first floor, then survival. And then after 50, you got to jump through all the hoops. Oop, map's over. Yeah. Have a page of volcanoes, a page of obelisks. It's nice when you clean up your heroes. Makes you see how many defender medals you've wasted on all those hero card slots. Like, I got all 64 of them open. But yeah, look at my hero list now. That's it. That's all I got. So nice. But I got 3 more pages. 18 used cards of 64. Oof. So yeah, I got 3 more pages of blank cards now. Big booze, big booze. Forgot to grab the mana. See where the 10's at. No 10's for me. All right. So we got no cyborgs there. We do have a bullet sponge up there, so we'll throw that there. You got a roller lane? Oof. Controlled burn over there. We do have some hex throwers here. I don't think anything will make it up that far. Just do a super stack up here. Shards will never stack, but they said that they want to add in a shard vault in 2024. So it'll be a vault tab, kind of like your crafting material vault. But nah, shards will never stack. They've confirmed that. Just the way the like the IDs or whatever work, it's not something that they can get working. Like something they can mechanically actually get working in the game. Oh, the shard vault is going to be easy money. Literally everyone is going to buy that right away. I mean, that's a instant purchase. It's the greatest quality of life they will have ever put in the game. You know? Easy purchase. I mean, for me personally, that will instantly, between my inventory and my vault, it will instantly save me like 5 bags And one of the big things there is, like, I've got 2 pages of shards in my inventory right now. So my inventory gets full up of shards, you know? Actually, it's more like 3 pages of shards right now. So that all affects your loading times. So when they get that shard vault tab, I mean, they haven't confirmed they're going to be able to do it. They said that they want to do it in 2024. But if they're able to get that done, oh my god, man, the amount of quality of life is so enormous from it. Yeah, the bigger your inventory, like if you notice, you know, take everything out of your alt's inventory, and your alt loads like literally 3 times faster than your main will, you know? Twitch does that every once in a while, Zolt. But thanks for following again. But yeah, I mean, look at my inventory. I got shards, another half a page of shards. So I got almost 3 pages just on me of shards. We got a bunch of pet junk and crafting materials. Rando relics, which, why am I holding them? I'm holding them because I don't have any more room in my vault, you know? Well, I mean, time my next load. You know, obviously we're right in the middle of the map, but when I go to the next map, time it. You can look right on the stream timer. We'll kind of look. I mean, I bet I'm 30 seconds plus. It's, you know, every time when you load in, everything in your inventory is loading, you know? So that, yeah, anyway, that shard vault will be beyond enormous if they can get that in there. I mean, besides just the quality of life of just having it, what it will do for your load times is irreplaceable, you know? And then remember, too, I'm checking my inventory every map. What if I only checked it every 2 maps? Well, that's going to stack on another 10 seconds because of the stuff I'm holding or whatever, you know? But yeah, let's check it at the end of this map. Is this water, or is anything even making it out here? Yeah, I guess a few mobs are. A lot of games are like that, Mega Man. A lot of brand new games are like that even. Look at Diablo 4 had a real bad problem with it at launch. Diablo 4, it was one step further because there's player trading. Like, not player shops, but player trading. Which means if you loaded into a town, not only did it load all of your inventory while you went into this town, it also loaded everyone else that's in that town's inventory. So, like, unless you had 32 gigabytes of memory, it was taking a long time for people to load into, like, a town. I mean, I think they fixed that. Come on, just get off me already. Just get off me. You don't play many loot-intensive games, so you don't experience it. Just got into DD2. Well, see, that's the thing, is not all loot-intensive games are like that. You know, look at, like, Borderlands games. Those are very loot-intensive. they don't have a problem with it, you know? It's a combination of a few things. It's a game that has that sort of indexing or databasing. And then also, it's got the aspect of that game runs on a server, so it requires a server connection. If it was just your machine loading it, it wouldn't be an issue. But the problem is each one of those items are being communicated back to the server, you know? Oh, he did. I was gonna say, we got an ogre creeping up here. It's the same reason why, like, we don't get the fast attack rates in DD2 that, like, we had in DD1. It's because each individual ping of damage has to report to the server. So we'll never have anything in DD2 that's, you know, with some ridiculously fast attack rate. In fact, we used to have things, and they toned them all down. Proton beams. You know? Proton beams used to attack 10 times a second. And they dropped it down. But it's the nature of that structure of just having to communicate to the server. Well, see, that's the thing, Aramir, is that's on your machine with your 32 gigs of RAM and everything. Well, what if you're on a potato, like the majority of the player base, you know? That's why, like, for so long, people would say on PS4 that they couldn't do temples, they would crash every time. You know, just with the structure they originally had, a PS4 just couldn't handle it. It couldn't handle the ticks. I got 64 gigs, but I got 64 gigs because of video editing. Video editing takes a massive amount of memory. See if we get an ingot. All right, so I'll hit G. If you look at the stream timer, we're 1 minute, 15 seconds, or 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 26 seconds. I'll wait. I'll hit G right at 1 minute and 16 seconds, or 1 hour, 16 minutes. You guys know what I'm talking about. Don't mind all this garbage that's coming out of my mouth. 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. G, next floor. All right, let's see how long it takes me to get in. I mean, it's going to be 30 seconds, I bet. At least. Oh, maybe not. We're 20 seconds in. Now we're 30 seconds. There's 40 seconds. Oh, man. 45. Here's 50 seconds. God, I wish I would have looked. Here I was thinking it was going to be 30 seconds. We're coming up on a minute. There it is. It's been 1 full minute. 1 minute and 3 seconds. Like I said, I wish I wouldn't have looked now, because I was delusionally thinking it was 30 seconds. Oof. Big oof. Yeah, temple's a little longer. Well, that's the thing. The map size shouldn't even affect it, but it does, you know. What do we got? We got carnival flyers. That should be a pretty easy clap, right? Just do that. We got Timmer. Timmy will be a pretty easy clap too. We got a bullet sponge over here with a Timmy. Let's try this. We'll put some wonky placements down and hope that the Borks don't bork everything. I guess we'll go with 5. We got another bullet sponge, but this one has got no Zerkers in it. So that one will be easy to deal with. Cyborgs and Frosties. Yeah, the lowest, they'll start dropping at 31, but that's the lowest possible chance of them dropping, which is really, really small. So don't go and farm 31, you know, as it's just, you're going to eat up a lot of time and not really get the drops. Definitely don't stay away from survival. It's a super fun game mode. I would say play it and enjoy it, because it's the end game challenge in DD2. But plus it's, I mean, for me anyway, it's fun. I enjoy long maps. I would rather play one long, increasingly difficult map than a bunch of small incremental maps, personally. Tall Kid with the sub. What's been going on there, Tall Kid? How you doing, man? Thank you so much. All right. And that should get it, right? Not gonna get it? I mean, one way to find out. Can barely do C8. Yeah, well, I mean, you're still gonna be putting together stuff then. Remember that what you get out of godlies is very, very small. You know, you don't get a huge power gain out of a godly piece. You're going to get much more of a power gain just going up to Chaos 9 than you will adding godly stuff in. Thanks for following there, Jazz. Selling the orbs, yeah, I mean, if they were consistent, that would be a great idea, but they don't sell for very much. It's like, I mean, you see people selling them for 2 million a piece, but nobody's buying them for that. You know, it's like 1.2 million for one, but you could realistically spend 3 or 4 hours and only get, you know, 2 or 3 orbs at doing wave 200, you know, doing 100, wave 200 or whatever. So that's not a good use of your time. If you want to grind for gold, grind crafting materials, dude. Moats instantly sold. Reroll tokens, mod reroll tokens, instantly sold. All of that kind of stuff will instantly sell. and you're going to get a small amount every single map you run. Nah, the upgrade costs are based off a tier. Oh, it's controlled burn. Derp. That's what happened to me. I was wondering what the hell I got beat down so hard there. Controlled burn would be why. And we got hex throwers there too. Better do this. Not just full derp this out here. Well, I mean, he just said he can barely do Chaos 8, Guardy. Come on, man. Yeah, I mean, for an end game player in the current state of the game, there's so much cheddar, you know? With the pets. That new gold pet, man, or the legendary, or the golden variant, I think does disturbing amounts of just auto attack damage. You should set up an alt before you start AP resets, Jazz, and it'll make the entire rest of your Dungeon Defenders 2 experience less grindy. If you really want to look at what you should really do before you start any of that, it's an alt. And alts are super easy to set up. Because your main just carries them, you know? Well, you'll never get anything you need. You're just looking at the game wrong, Smokey. It's a game of grinding crafting materials. It's not a game of grinding loot. So, I mean, you could realistically spend thousands of hours and never get a single mod or anything that you want. You know? That's just not what the game is. It's a game of crafting materials and mods. You know, you grind out the crafting materials, you reroll your mods. That's how you perfect things. You will literally never find enough mods to deck one hero out. I mean, if you put in enough hours, of course you will, but that's, you know, you're getting into the thousands of hours then. However, you're going to get crafting materials for every single map you do. So you know exactly what you need to get the next 10 out of 10 mod. And then that's what makes an alt so important too, is it cuts that time in half. It's literally the most powerful thing you could do to increase your overall experience in Dungeon Defenders 2. That's up to you, Mega Man. It's cheaper to do it at campaign level. So, like, it's quite popular to re-roll and tinker and all that stuff at campaign. But, I mean, just remember, when you do your AP resets, you don't have to spend anything, you know? So, you only have to upgrade your stuff back up to max one time. So you do that one time after you're all done with resets. Carnival Extravaganza. Or yeah, we better turn this into a real lane now. We can do that quite easily just by doing this. I mean, that and two, it's going to be what you got, right? I mean, obviously, you can convert everything down to plain materials from pristine or whatever. But if you've got like for me, I mean, I've spent all my materials now. I'm back on the in need of the crafting materials. But before I got to that point, I had literal thousands and thousands of pristine mats. And it's because all the time doing Chaos 7, Chaos 8, and Chaos 9 prior to Chaos 10 getting here. So for me, the best thing for me to do was to roll everything at Chaos 7, 8, or 9 because I had all those mats, you know? And of course, you can always jump through the hoops, sell the mats, buy the other mats, or just direct downgrade them at the vendor. That would be a huge quality of life thing too, if there was actually an exchange at the material conversion vendor where you could turn, like right now I'm sitting on just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of quills. You know, if I was able to turn those quills into ingots, that would be just huge, you know? We'll give you one more dragon. Oh, another bullet sponge. What the hell, man, with the bullet sponges? Yeah, dragons do steamroll Chaos 10 if they're built right. But it comes around. I mean, the fishers are the meta for Chaos 9. But it comes around to being built right. If you've got anything built right, you can use it in wherever you want. But I mean, I use dragons in Chaos 10 all the time. Now, when I was grinding out Chaos 9, I was spamming fishers at the door just because it just didn't get any better than that. You know, your spawn camp instant killing. And then plus it just would handle any of the issues with Chaos 9. Come on and get off me. But the markets are so unstable right now. Any newer player that wants to grind and wants to make gold, just grind crafting materials. They're going to sell so fast. Just because there's none, you know? Like anyone who wants to sell that stuff, it all is just instant sales. Because there's just a massive demand and no supply. Plus, you just look at the quality of life of what that is for the buyer. You know, for someone like Aramir, who puts 1 million hours into the game, but he wants to set up 1 million different defenses, like every defense in the game, it's huge quality of life for him to be able to buy something. Because that cuts away at time, you know? I mean, every single time, even if I don't need them, every single time I see moats or mod reroll tokens for a reasonable price, I buy them. Every single time. And that's how it will always be. And, I mean, if you're... there's just nothing better. If you are brand new and you want to grind crafting materials, because in addition to getting all those crafting materials to sell, you're also going to be getting a whole shitload of mods and shards and everything else for you, you know? And then if you do get a high-end mod that you don't need, well, I mean, that sells too, you know? And then you can do little add-on bonuses like Guardy was talking about. If you can kill the bosses, well, you're getting more crafting materials, but plus you're getting a chance at a boss weapon. Which, you know, even if you don't need it, a good rolled polearm or a good rolled bow or whatever from the Phoenix is just gonna sell, you know. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the people who are gonna spam buy that stuff from you are people who know, you know. Where is that guy? He died. Bill says sketch about that reflect beam placement there. Get slapped, Yeti. Come on, get your big old booty out of there. What was the name of the shard you suggested earlier, Aramir? The burn your ass off shard. There should be a burn your ass off shard for dragons that make enemies run faster. Or the burnt ass. The burnt ass shard. That would be such a glorious addition, would it not? The burnt ass shard. All asses move faster. So nice. So nice. Maybe I'll try to incorporate that into the April Fool's joke this year. The generally used norm is Sandboxy Jazz. It's free and it works. Alright, come on, give me a 10, damn it. Or not. I don't need one anyway. I want my next gobsplosion. Yes, get me my gobsplosion. The controlled burn or bullet sponge, nope. And our lovely little Skyguard in the middle, just because Skyguards are awesome. Reach a stage of rerolling all your pet requirements at 349. That, there needs to be a better way to spam through them. It's such a tedious process, you know? I've only got a few that I bothered with just because it just gets so, you know, you're spamming through it, you get to 348. And you're like, ah, fuck it. I'm staying here. You know? Because it's just so tedious spamming through all that. Any of you guys got a healthy power for gloves that you would trade for a healthy power on another piece? I've got healthy powers out the ass, but I need one more healthy power for gloves. Run around and collect the mana just to upgrade my Skyguard. I actually have some really good mods. I could probably, you know, and I'm not exactly rolling in the dough right now with gold. I could probably make some nice gold off of them. I got some decent stuff sitting. It's just not the stuff I want, you know, or not the stuff I need at the moment. Oh, is that the way, Trapzilla? Plug in the controller? That would be a lot easier on the hands too. I never thought about that. The only time I ever plug in my controller is when I'm playing like a Vampire Survivors type game. Yeah, that's a good call. You guys know how wonderful my controller usage is. I just never even consider that as an option. Like, all right, where that X button again? I gotta look down and find the X button. I got no idea where that button is. I don't have any pets to go through and do that with right now. Yeah, I don't have the shards gilded, but I at least have all the right shards now. I just, you know, I wish I wouldn't have done that with the mercenary, but for those that don't know, I have always been against using the mercenary because it looks so stupid. And I've finally decided I'm going to get over the stupid value. But since I never ever wanted to play the mercenary actively, I've been just dusting all of his shards ever since he launched. So I literally had nothing. None of his shards. And then now I finally said, screw it, I'll set up a mercenary. And had to go through and get him. That's pretty damn good right there. I mean, statistically, that's incredibly lucky. Dude stuck in squat position. Oh, yeah. His towers are really cool. That's one of the other things that motivates me to use them is the lazy factor. I'll have a hero in my deck that I can DPS on and build with. So that's a big motivating factor for me too. All right, Mango Man, take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. Well, I mean, I build with the mercenary now. I just meant playing actively. What, Harambe doesn't like EACs? Harambe never sent me a friend request. We're not even, I don't think we've ever played a map together. We're not even friends list. You know, he not on my friends list. I get like 15, yeah, probably 15, 10 to 15 Steam friend requests every day. Never got one from Harambe. Damn, you're having incredible luck with those. I mean, like I said, statistically, that's incredibly good luck. Can I get an assassin, please? Oh, you've already wasted all your luck. You missed opportunity there, Gardy. If you only would have went to the blackjack table first, but nope, you went to the pet reroll. It doesn't continue. You've used it. You've used all the luck up. It's better than blackjack odds, though. You'd want to do something a little more, you know, buy a lottery ticket or a scratcher or something like that. It's not quite, you know, it's not quite lottery winning numbers, but it's definitely scratch off winning odds. I think getting 349s, that many 349s that fast. I just don't have any luck at all in DD2 regarding anything, ever. For me, the lucky game is Path of Exile. I get so much luck in Path of Exile. Like, all the time. Bunch of junk. All right. No control burns. I should get it. I had my first bit of bad luck this league in PoE in like 7 or 8 leagues. So I've had like bad luck with the systems in the game one time in what, 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. I don't know, man. That game just really likes me. It's funny too, when the really, really good luck comes, it's always in a league where I probably am not going to play it for very long. What's my favorite game? I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite, you know? I mean, obviously I play a lot of DD2. Like in the last several months, it's been DD2, Path of Exile, 7 Days to Die, a little bit of Coral Island for that casual farming experience. Stardew Valley's got an update pending. I will 100% play the shit out of that. 7 Days to Die is going to have Alpha 22 going into testing on the experimental branch, I would assume relatively soonish. So I'll definitely play that. I play a couple of different idle games, but I don't play them. Like I log in for 5 minutes a day to get the dailies done. I'm waiting for the next great crackhead level of addiction to hit. I'm going to check out that game, The Front, soon. I actually got it for Christmas. So I've actually got it already. It's kind of like a 7 Days to Die type-ish game. Survival shooter. I'm definitely going to check that one out soon. But I haven't, like I said, I got it for Christmas. I installed it, but I haven't played it at all yet. Very curious as to how that one will go. Hasn't done much, huh? High on Life? I haven't seen that one. That Death Must Die game looks pretty fun. And then Vampire Survivors just had an update too. Or a DLC, new DLC. Come out. I bought myself that for Christmas. It's like $2? Yep. Yoink. As far as like the big anticipation though for 2024, it's definitely PoE 2. Oh, I definitely like Rick and Morty. Not a family-friendly game? Barbarian and Mercenary are pretty even, Watermelon, in that regard. I'm going to start doing some, I mean, not every day, but I am going to start doing some late night streams. basically how things work right now is my wife and mother-in-law and everybody goes to bed super early. Early for me. They go to bed like at 9 o'clock. So I'm usually up for like 5 more hours, and I usually am either just playing a game or I'm grinding something out for a video or recording a video or whatever. So I figured, you know, a lot of those nights I can stream that. If you're running an AP build, throw all that shit away and get yourself a hero damage build. I mean, obviously, you can still run an AP build, but 9 p.m.'s when you start gaming. Yeah, I mean, I obviously I game all day long, but I put solid hours in after 9 p.m. Some of my best gaming hours are at 9 p.m. You're at 4,000 coins? Wait. No, that's not how AP builds work. AP builds, you're basing your build around one thing. You use your other abilities just to proc a focused AP, just to proc the cooldown, and then you use one ability. An AP Barb uses Hawk Strike and hits Hawk Strike for big nuke numbers. What kind of news you looking for? I mean, we've known since they came out everything about it pretty much. I can, yeah, you do stack the cooldowns. That's what I just said. You stack the cooldowns for focused ability power, and then you focus on using one thing. Your other stuff isn't doing dick. The Barb doesn't have 8 abilities. Remember, he's got stances. The stances make up for all that. Those aren't abilities. But yeah, I could probably answer any question you have about the Battle Pass there, Joe. Just because we've known all the info about it since the start. Hero Health Barb's still usable? Hero Health Barb is actually good for the majority of people's play. You know damn well if I ever get around to doing up a Barb, it's going to be a Hero Health Barb. It's going to be a never swing your sword Barb. I'll even name him I Ain't Swinging. And he's just going to stand there and be an Arabot and run around, blow shit up. The never swing your sword Barb. That's a good one. Name him the Wall. The builds haven't changed. Since the stat squish didn't affect builds at all. There's no reason to change anything for the stat squish. Remember, the enemies got squished too. So everything that affected the hero affected the enemy. Well, I was waiting for you to ask what question you had, Joe. A new battle pass comes with the Seas of Dragonfalls update. So 3 to 6 months. It's not a live service battle pass. Even though DD2 is a live service game, it's not to that level. Battle passes aren't going to just be coming out. Every major content update, there will be a new battle pass, so it'll be like twice a year. And considering we just got the one, the next one won't be here for a while. Sure I didn't miss a controlled burn over here. Nope. Okay. I don't think I ever did for DD2, did I? Did I ever make a hero tier list? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I never did. DDA, we made one on stream a very long time ago, like maybe pre-alpha. I can't remember ever doing anything. I mean, in years. I mean, I can't ever remember doing a tier list, but I mean, I may have, like I said, in pre-alpha or whatever. I hate that this map doesn't give you the mana. Oh, I did a best hero damage heroes video. I think I remember doing a best hero damage heroes or something video. What was, there was nothing, I mean, back then there was no options. There was nothing, like not one person said, this doesn't feel right. Drops.dungeondefenders.com, Klepsa. I won't do anything like that now because I got pretty strong opinions about the broken state of the game with heroes. I don't like that there's no end game options. I mean, they did a great job putting options in for Chaos 10, but as far as playing end game difficulty content, there is zero options, zero creativity. You got the 120 and Bastille Master gotcha. Bastille Master and Survival's the real deal, man. He will tear you up if you ain't careful. That's pretty good though, Sith Phil, especially if that was your first push. There are no guilds for Dungeon Defenders 2. Exclamation Discord in chat. You can join my Discord. But there is no guilds or anything like that in DD2. And then official Discords are always there too, but official Discords are full of players that don't even play the game. So it's a super small community, you know. Oh, guides. and build sites. Well, I mean, like I said, join my Discord. There's a helpful links channel that's got everything that was ever put together from the community listed on it. Oh, she a mean girl. That Bastille Master is a mean girl. Yep. It happens. They're Berserker Wolf. Grats. I need to get me some more godly orbs. I dropped below 200. I like to have 200 in case I decide to re-roll for perfection on something. I can blow through 100 of them or whatever. I got one relic. I really feel bad about not rolling for a max roll on it. Things like dragons, Sith Phil, but if you're doing survival, you're going to want Mama Bird in there. And she's just going to get wrecked by the Bastille Master. The thing to do about the Bastille Master is one of two things. Either roll out there and kill her yourself. Or, ignore her and hope that she doesn't pop her bubble at an opportune time. Have I re-rolled any rings? I'm sure I have. I've only got one 10 out of 10 ring, and it's a poison ring with a bad secondary stat. If you could only move those over to other rings, right? I actually found that. I've had rings that were like had a 1 out of 10 mod on it that had a good secondary stat roll that I've never like tried to roll for a 10, but I've rolled a few times. Well, it's just completely pointless. Just the value you get out of it is too small. I would rather sink all those hours of crafting material grind or gold grind into playing another game than sit there and roll something that doesn't actually give me any benefit. Yeah, this is the. I think this is. Yeah, this is the only one I got, and it's got ability power on it. Ooh. I got ability power on my hero damage hero. But that's the only 10 out of 10 ring I got. I mean, what on earth made you guys roll rings? Why would you not just set up a new hero with some... It would be more fun to set up a new hero with some Mimi defense or whatever than to roll rings. It's just like throwing the resources in the trash. What the hell? Y'all are masochistic. Well, I mean, what's the... I don't know. Like I said, I value playing other games too much. I've been there, y'all. I've been there. I grew past that point, though. When I realized that there was 20 incredible games that I completely missed out on from 2013 through 2019, that's when I said, yeah, enough's enough. because you can't get those experiences back, because a lot of really good games come out and like a group is required or a community is required or opponents are required if it's a PvP game, and then you just don't get to play that game at all because down the road it doesn't have any community left or whatever, you know. Thanks for following there, Klepso. Oops, I guess the map's over. Whoops. Did not realize we was all done already. Oh, there's been so many absolutely incredible games. I mean, maybe you should look left and right instead of just looking straight, Guardy, because there's tons of great games out there, man. Well, I mean, have you played the original Dungeon Defenders? Have you played Sanctum? Have you played the Orcs Must Die games? Tandem Strike's the new one, Sith Phil. Seven Days to Die, great game. Path of Exile, great game. These are old games. If you don't know about them, then you've already missed. Warframe, great game. Yeah, GTA 6 should be fun. Path of Exile 2 launches next year. That'll be hopefully badass. I was referring to, yeah, Blight and PoE is incredibly fun. I've been playing the shit out of Blight this league. I was referring to, somebody was talking about tower defense. I mean, Orcs Must Die games are masterpieces. Orcs Must Die 1, 2, and 3, absolute masterpieces. If you haven't played them, you have straight missed big time. Sanctum is one of the OG action defense games. I mean, that's the big three. I always call those the big three. It's Dungeon Defenders, Sanctum, Orcs Must Die. And if you haven't played one of them, you have missed out. Period. All there is to it. Little hex thrower action here. You gonna be irritating, huh? You know what? Am I overthinking this shit? Let me just spam. What do we got left? We got 780. Is that right? I'm sitting here staring at all these lanes like I'm doing something difficult. Spam and pray, spam and pray. I did see we got a controlled burn up there. I'm gonna want to pay attention to that. But we also have no cyborgs, making that one completely trivial. Do I build them back here? Let's just do it right here. Well, I actually had enough for a full 6, huh? Story games, you got to be in the mood for a story. You know, which I personally never am. If you're in the mood for a story, story games can be absolutely awesome, but you got to be in the mood for it. I can tell you, if you're a fan of Star Wars and you ever want to play a single player story game, play Star Wars The Old Republic. It's one of the best single player story games ever made. It just happens to be an MMO. They did an ridiculously amazing job with the storylines in that game. And you can play through, every class has its own story. So there's lots of different stories to be there, you know? But yeah, I hear you. I am the guy that skips the cutscenes, so I am normally not into a story game either. They're those people that you meet in real life. You know, they're outside, Guardy, not on the internet. I mean, I guess in some situations you can make long-term friends over the internet too, but yeah, those are things that you see outside. Then you get into a Discord group of friends, and then it's all like actual friends and not just randos spamming memes. I mean, try it once, you might like it, you know? I mean, you can meet friends on the internet too, but you got to realize, you got to realize that gamer girl you're talking to is actually a 40-year-old fat man living in his mother's basement. You got to come to that reality. I'm on like 30 Discord servers. I think 20 of them are games. Guardy would never dream of causing trouble anywhere. He's innocent in all cases. Just ask him. He'll tell you. Well, I mean, you shouldn't be looking in anybody's closet, Trapzilla. That's just rude. Everybody's got to have their own closet, you know? Not much you can do about it when they lock you in there. That's fine. The barbarian stances. The Gardarian. Oof. Yeah, if you got stances up, it's buff, right? What's going on, Whoops? How you doing, man? God, I don't know how this song made it onto this playlist. We're skipping it. There we go. Doing a fresh restart in DD1. It's a grinder. I debated on doing that because I've never restarted in DD1, but there's just, you know, there's too many games to play to go back to that for me personally. I mean, I've got there's one new game that I've just been dying to check out that I actually already have sitting in my Steam library, and I've never loaded the game up once. So that's what holds me back from doing a DD1 restart, but it would be a fun experience. I mean, it's the game, right? The game that started it all. Plus, still the most active of all the other Dungeon Defenders games. There's an event going right now, or a contest that just started. That's on the pirate map. Oh, wow. Is that getting carried, or is that doing it yourself? That's crazy. I mean, I could see getting Ultimate Defender if you just, like, focused it. I'm not really doing anything. TGH. So, you know, if you just stand there and don't do anything, you don't use any mana. I mean, I pop my buff every now and then, but the Countess can keep it flowing pretty well as long as she's constantly attacking. That's full solo restart, playing solo only? Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, I would just, you know, like I said, it's 100 hours that I could put into something else. No, it doesn't take anymore. Chiku, I think has got it down to an art, you know? I think it's definitely got it down to an art. I haven't gotten that new achievement on my main account in DD1 yet. Oh, here's a 10. Counter surge chip. Eh. I mean, we'll save it, but not exactly a hot item. What's going on, Bradford? How you doing, man? What do we got? We got Timmy. We got... There's a controlled burn. On a Bork lane, too. That sucks. I think we'll just spam it out on this one, though. I mean, has there been one I haven't spammed it out on yet today? Not like that's anything new. What What do we want to do about the controlled burn? Something like that. Keep them spread. You like your juicy flare? Very nice. Very nice. Nothing fancy over here. I think that's probably good. We'll see. The built-in emulator makes leveling characters so nice. There is a lot of, I mean, you know, you give the community that has the ability access to actually making the changes in the game that the game needs, you're going to end up with good things, you know? The community development team did incredible. Now, of course, you know, IDHC became actual Chromatic, but I mean, he put in an enormous amount of work on the community development team. That's what happens when people who play the game are making the game, you know? You guys know Gigazel. Gigazel is making a game. That's going to be a badass game. Oh yeah, the barb is definitely broken tier OP. You will you like slapping, you will enjoy the barb there, Ryan, no doubt there. Somebody made it way uncomfortably close across here, huh? I saw dragons hitting it right here. I don't know what it was, though. It's still crazy to me Chiku was able to get to those stats that fast. I mean, shit, I've spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours in survival. Yeah, the barb, like I said, the barb is completely broken. So if you enjoy melee characters, you never need another one. It's the most OP character in the entire game. And they have no intention of balancing it. When I said broken, I didn't mean bad. I meant like game-breaking OP. Didn't put anything for this bullet sponge over here. I guess I should do that, huh? You can just do this. That'll help it out anyway. Somebody's stuck, or they came unstuck. Oh, it doesn't need to come down any notches. The other things need to be brought up. No nerfs required for the barb. You got to give other heroes an offhand, and that will, like, nearly instantly balance things. That's not a dumbass shield that does nothing for you, you know? Range heroes need a quiver. Just think about it. If you had 3 more mods and 3 more shards on your range characters, it would completely level the playing field. I mean, the barb would still have the unkillable factor, which he deserves. He's a barbarian, right? Not supposed to be squishy. But I don't think the barb should be nerfed at all. I think other characters should be looked at. That's one of the problems, is if you look at the end game with there being so few viable options. If you can't balance the game for that, though, and that's the trouble. The trouble is 99.999999999% of players will never bother with all that. And if you give the ranged heroes anything more early, it will make them completely broken in the earlier stages, you know? It's a balancing act that they didn't create, is the problem. So they're trying to fix other people's bad design decisions. And that's where the struggle comes in. You can't say anything negative about the guys that are working on the game now, because they bust their ass and they put a lot of time and energy into it. And they genuinely want to do the right things. But, you know, they're handed, I think what was the theory? They were handed a 1979 Dodge Dart that barely ran, and were told to drive it across the country. You know? So they're doing what they can with what they had. You know, they didn't create any of this. Literally none of the current development team created any of this. They're here trying to fix it, you know? Trying to fix it, or not fix it, but they're trying to make it better. God, I hate this map. Just done this map too many damn times. Glad it's over. Don't give it to me again, damn it, game. Well, you can't really... I mean, you can do whatever you want, obviously, but I don't re-roll doing AP resets. I mean, re-rolling is the reason I don't like Onslaught, period. It's an option, you know? I mean, I realize that that's the metagame once you get 945 plus, but... I mean, with these loading times, you know? I actually like Plunderer's Paradise. It takes a long time to run, but I think it's a great map. That's my go-to survival grinder. I still grind that map on survival. Like if I want to do a kick back and watch a movie night, I go right to Plunderer's Paradise. It's slow. That's the only bad part about it. What's going on, Mirage? How you doing? All right, what do we got? Nothing to be alarmed about. This is actually a real chiller over here. What did I have left? 700? I can do a 350 build per lane. There we go. Siphon Sight D. I know Aramir's been doing Siphon Sight D a lot. I ran it one night, but I ran it up to 100, and I ended up losing due to a bad reflect beam placement, and said screw it, and I haven't done it anymore. But I know you've been blazing that one super quick. If you want a fast map to burn through on survival, I think Siphon Sight D is a really good one. Drakenlord's good for AFKing. I had to check that one. I haven't tried that one yet. It's a mix of speed and AFK. I mean, that's perfect. If you can mix those two things, that's like the sweet spot, right? I'll have to check out your Drakenlord Keep. I need to do some survival build videos. I've had a lot of people asking for them, and I do survival almost every night. But I haven't done any videos on it. Well, I mean, what can you think of the current state of DDA? It's done, right? There's a quality of life update coming, but I mean, we're not gonna have any more content for DDA. It's a done deal. Not a whole lot you can think about it. Nice, grats, Ryan. I've been throwing a water aura down on controlled burn lanes. DDA, there was just a lot of poor choices made, you know, right from the very start. So they doomed themselves from the beginning on that one, unfortunately. Every damaging defense, it should always be crit chance, Ryan. Every single defense that does damage. Crit damage is a viable second choice, but your first choice should always be crit chance. The godly roll on relics is actually pretty big. You know, 10% crit chance, 30% crit damage. I mean, that's just, it's a big power gain from those. Shit, we're on 320. I didn't even realize. Holy crap. Time flies when you're chatting with the homies. I think it's because I got so many just spammable maps here, Amir. I haven't done very many. I don't remember where I was at. I think maybe I've done 15 maps. I don't know. Maybe it was like 305, 306. I'm not sure. I mean, I started this reset yesterday. Dungeon Defenders 1 is a great choice still, the Foreign Hunter. You started at 308? Yeah, but I had a head start on you. I mean, you run maps way faster than I do. Oh, I started at 308. And you were at 301. Gotcha. Yeah, you run maps super quick. I start lollygagging and jumping around and ranting about random things too much. Definitely got to get rid of that purple AP icon, though. Can't have that. DD1, it just had an update not that long ago, like an official update. Got a new hero and everything. Redux is fun, but it's not, the bulk of the player base is in the main game now. Just because that's what's getting the most recent updates. Path of Exile, man. You want to try something completely different. 100% loot-based game that has other things, but it also has a tower defense game mode in it too. If you want to try something completely different, and then if you get in the mood to do something else, there's a lot of other things, you know, all in the same game. I'm actually going to stream some Blight runs tonight. After the wife goes to bed, I'm going to buy a bunch of Blighted maps and run them. PoE had a seasonal or a league mechanic that was tower defense, and they added it in as a permanent game addition. And then you get the loot, you know. Yeah, Blight. Do I feel resets should be way more rewarding? No, not really. I mean, they are what they are. It's a super small amount of permanent progression that they can never take away from you, you know? I mean, I don't know how or what, you know, they would even do to make it more rewarding. I mean, the ancient power system needs to be meh, if that's what you mean. But, I mean, that would require reworking the entire system, which is not realistic in any way, shape, or form for the dev team to be able to do. Let's see. God, man, I feel like I should get one more going. Let me at least start the next one. I don't want to... My wife hasn't been banging on the door yet, so I don't want to end stream yet. So let's head on out. The new hero is really good in DD1. Super good builder, and then crazy fun to play actively as well. Well, I mean, DD1's a great game. I mean, it's the Dungeon Defenders game, right? And then, additionally, it's super, super, super active. Like, you look at the player base, and DD2 has more players. But does it really? Because the majority of those people playing are using alts. So, like, if you see the number of active players is 500... it's quite likely the real number is only 250, you know? But DD1 has a super, super active community because the community has the power to make things happen in the game. So, oh shit! God dang, I just derped. I just reset on the alt and I had a 10 out of 10 mod I needed to trade first. That's a bummer, but, you know, what are you going to do, all right? All right, so that brings us back down to 261. Yeah, building is much more strategic in DD1 and in DDA, for sure. If you don't place something perfect in DDA, you can lose coverage or not have a core covered or something like that. DD2, you just spam it all. There's zero perfection required. It's more about what you're building, not how you're placing the things down. You know, like if you have your defenses set up with the proper shards and mods, throw that shit on the ground. It's all good. You know? You can't do that in DD1. I mean, in very end game, if you're farming easier content, you can do that in DD1. But then you're going to be all beast mode out and you're doing the kind of easier content or whatever. All right. Not seeing any controlled burns anywhere. So, should just be able to do a full-on spammer. How do we want to do it? I guess we'll just do it like I always do it. Oh no. I'm not doing anything with the alt. He's just sitting there, so I'm just alt tabbing between the two. The only thing I do on him is drop the mana. The alt I'm not actually playing. There is no control. He's sitting AFK. Well, that's not a reflect beam at all. God dang it. I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily call it being punished. But yeah, if you don't like it, I mean, that's fair. I mean, if you polled everyone that, I play DD2 all the time. I love DD2. But if you polled every player that has ever played every Dungeon Defenders game, literally all of them like DD1 more. I mean, there's literally no one that would pick, if you polled everyone who's like truly played each one. Yeah, you'll look at people that got 5,000 hours in DD2 that played DD1 for 20 hours. That would say DD2 is their favorite. But if you look at everyone who has fully experienced both of those games, the majority of people like DD1 more. And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got their preference, right? I like peanut butter cookies the best, but my wife likes chocolate chip cookies the best. Does that make her wrong? No, it makes me wrong. Just ask her. She'll tell you exactly how wrong I am. Plus, she's the one making the cookies, so yeah, she gets to decide who's right and who's wrong. When I get off my ass and go make the cookies, then I get to pick. Speaking of, she said she was going to make cookies today. I wonder if she did. Dom, what's up, man? How you doing? Uh-oh, we got this stuck issue. I'm going to throw some dragons up here or something. These guys are always getting stuck here. I only got 20 DU left. Well, that stack I put up top is completely unnecessary, so... let's get rid of, we'll put 2 there. There we go. That will address that issue. This song, too, I absolutely hate. I gotta get that one off the playlist, too. I need to go through and make a whole new playlist, is what I need to do. I do wish there was a way to get the music that I actually like royalty-free or copyright-free versions of it without spending a bazillion dollars on licensing, you know? But I mean, the reason they put that system in there, the Foreign Hunter, is they had a co-op game that no one played co-op. So when you're playing solo, you're actually getting the intended experience. And then you get the reward of the additional goods and XP, etc. for playing co-op. But they added that in because no one was playing co-op. Like, literally everyone was playing solo. And in an attempt to make it more rewarding to play in a group, you know, they added that stuff in. But I hear you. I hear you, though. See, the solo aspect of it for me doesn't mind. It doesn't bother me. Like, I fully enjoy the game playing it with a group of friends or playing it by myself. You know, I enjoy it both ways. Need to go grab me another drink real quick. What do we got for bosses here? All right, I'm going to pray it's not a siege roller. I'm just going to go grab a glass of water real quick, y'all. I'll be right back. Right, water acquired. Oh, I had a Drakenlord too. Good thing I made it back in time. That would have went wrong. I am excited to see what I'm hoping we hear something in January about their new project. You know? Whatever they're going to do with Dungeon Defenders next. I mean, they got to be thinking about it, you know? And I'm also sure with Phil leaving and going to another company that the vision on it may have changed. You know, there may be a new set of goals or just a new vision of what they want to make. I mean, you never know. Maybe somebody came by and dropped $5 million in their lap and said, "Hey, we want you to make Dungeon Defenders 3." And they're going to do a actual successor, you know? I mean, obviously, that's a little bit of a pipe dream, but it would be pretty awesome. All right. Got to bail out of here and go do a C9. The 4 heroes will be babies this time. Hopefully full-blown adults. Hopefully not babies again. There are no other Twitch drops planned at the moment. My guess is there will probably be Twitch drops around the Seas of Dragonfall update. If you're talking about the headphones, those aren't a drop. Those are going to be a live streamer giveaway item. So you'll have to join a giveaway during a live stream and win one. Let's see. Did we get any loot? Nothing on the alt. Great looking axe right there, I tell you. No, that was a drop. That was the drop from October or the beginning of November. You missed that one, Waffles. The drops for this update were what that Spiderhead. What else was there? This back that I'm wearing here. That was part of the Defender Pass. Was there a belt? And then this ground flare, the Afterlife portal. There was 4 items, 2 in November and 2 right now. Yeah, when the Seas of Dragonfall update hits, it'll be 3 to 6 months from now. It's not a seasonal thing. It's not a like every 2 months or 3 months or anything like that. It's when they get a content update out, they'll do a new battle pass. It's a missed opportunity, in my opinion. What? Oh, I never equipped the gear. Oh shit, I auto-sold everything on my alt. Big derps. Let's see, let me put some gear together here on the alt. Head, gloves, weapon, need some boots. No, that wasn't enough. We need a chest. That should have got me. Let's see. There. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Chaos 9. Yeah, but anyway, with the Twitch drops, though, Underwaffles, if there's anything that you see there that's not the back flare or the ground aura that's available right now, then you missed it. You'll have to wait for them to come back around. And it'll probably be when the next update comes. The Seas of Dragonfall. I don't know. I mean, with most defender passes, or with most battle pass type things, it's always specific. But Chromatic has already gone back on that with other things that have been exclusive, like those the Christmas flares. So I'm not sure what they'll do. They haven't said that these are going to be exclusive, I don't think, anywhere, have they? Or have they? Well, let's look. Yeah, I can't look during the wave. I mean, those Christmas flares that they relaunched. If I was a 2015 player, I'd be fucking pissed. Because they specifically said then, these will not be available. Spend your money right now. And then they brought them back anyway. Now I understand most of those players were gone or don't care anymore. The players that are still playing, like a lot of us, don't really care. But they have got a history of doing that sort of thing. Telling you it's exclusive and then bringing things back later. They did it really bad with the Kickstarter for DDA. I'm a little bitter about the DDA one, you know, but I mean, that would be the way to go, but it's, you know, people want the old stuff and it's a way for them to monetize the old stuff, you know? So, I mean, I understand why they did it. It's a small game with a small player base. The DDA one, that one, they've got no excuse for. The DD2 one, I mean, that was a different company, you know? It was a different company that said it would never be back. So that one, they get a pass on that one. The Gilded Tavern. It was exclusive $300 Kickstarter backer reward tier. And they ended up giving it to everyone that had the secret room unlocked. So, like, everyone that was a $70, $75 or higher backer ended up getting the Gilded Tavern. The Gilded Tavern ended up looking like shit. So it's not like anybody would want to use it. But the $300 Kickstarter backer deal was not the deal. The deal was if you were going to spend money, right, and you had the money to spend, the deal was buy the $100 version. It included 4 copies of the game. And then they just ended up giving it to everyone anyway. Everyone who bought the $75 or higher tier or whatever it was. Whoever had the secret room upstairs. Oh, absolutely they should, but will they is the question. You know, I mean, we all love the games, right? We love DD1, we love DD2. I mean, the people playing DDA right now love DDA. But there's a lot of points to frown upon with them as a company. But nowadays, I'm not sure how much exclusive they will do. Because it's an opportunity to try to generate revenue later when the revenue drops. I think they should do new shit every time. You know, they've got artists, full-time artists. You know? Give new stuff every time. That would be my personal opinion, or my vote. New stuff, make it exclusive. When it's gone, it's gone. If you don't get it, you don't get it. That's how it is, you know? Yeah, but he's not the one that makes the business decisions, is the thing. I mean, if he was in charge of the entire company, I mean, obviously, he's not qualified to be in charge of the entire company, but if he was in charge of the entire company, I would feel pretty good about things. As far as what he says versus what happens. I mean, he's been around a long time. We've known him a long time. I mean, I've known him for 8 years, and he's only been working for Chromatic for what, 3? So, I mean, I've known him and interacted with him for half a decade before he even worked there. Well, I mean, the Christmas Dragos is not really that's not really that big of a deal, I don't think. Shit, I still got half a page of eggs sitting of those things. These new the eggs this time, I mean, I know they're the same eggs as last year, but I think they were way, way too common. I mean, I got so many of them. Like, every day I get an egg. It makes it so it doesn't feel special, you know? And completely devalues it because the market is just going to be flooded with them. I was kind of surprised by that. If for like the day one I got an egg, I'm like, oh, how lucky, I got an egg. Then I logged onto my alt, got an egg. Next day, logged onto the main, got an egg. And I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, those are not really designed to be gameplay effective either. It's more of get the special limited time holiday collector's item or whatever, you know? I don't mind that they're not, don't have the greatest abilities. And I do think they look good. I just feel like that they're too common. They don't feel special. To me, anyway. Now, of course, I log in every day the second it ticks over and collect them. You know, if you're somebody who's a more casual player, then, you know, it's nice because there's multiple variants and et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, I get it, but shit, I mean, I went the first 6 days before I didn't get an egg. You know? Like, every day I got it. So 6 days in with me in the alt, I had 12 eggs. And I already had eggs sitting from last year. So I was kind of shocked about that. And the thing there is I actually want the pet box. Because that's a large pet booster that's in there. Do I need more large pet boosters? Of course not. But I got like 100 of them sitting in the vault. But I want more large pet boosters. You know? So it's a need versus want thing. I don't really want more of those eggs. Shit, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should pull maybe I should be like the Diablo 4 streamers and abuse the community and offer to give out eggs for everyone's pet boosters. That would be terrible. But yeah, I want those pet boosters, so I want to get the pet box. I don't want to get the egg, and I keep getting the egg, and the egg is supposed to be the feels more special thing, you know? And Rob is the first person that popped into mind, Aramir. Like, if Rob played DD2, and if you were able to join on the final wave, which obviously you can't, but say you could, and Rob played DD2, he would have a line of people sitting there at wave 5 on every new boss fight that comes out, waiting for Rob to show up so they could kill the boss real quick, then he'd leave group and he'd join the next one. I mean, I love the guy, but it's like, come on, dude, really? You can't demand slave work out of your viewers, for God's sakes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Ooh, there's another 10. I'm getting 10s, y'all. Where are all these 10s coming from? What's this one going to be? What do you think, y'all? We got a chess piece right here. What is it? Ability buff? Man, that's optimistic. I'm thinking for sure it's got to be triple. see. Ah! Usable mod. I mean, I don't need it right now, but that's a usable mod. Can't complain. You know, speaking of, let's see. Let's see if it's up yet. Oh, it is. Let's get our egg. Watch, I bet you it's an egg, y'all. Prove me wrong, game. Prove me wrong. Yes! I got the pet supplies. All right, there you go. All you got to do is bitch and moan on Twitch, y'all. Get on, bitch and moan on Twitch, and you can get your large pet affection booster. But yeah, I mean, look at this. This is all from this holiday. But yeah, it worked. All right, so I guess I should just... That means I'm supposed to shut up and quit complaining about it, right? Game gave me what I want. No complaining allowed for at least 10 minutes. What time are we getting to? 2:30. We got time for at least one. Shit, man, that feels like a win, not getting the egg. And like I said, the pets are cool, and I think they look great. They're awesome little holiday themed pets, you know? So there's no, it's not that I feel like there's anything wrong with them. It's just, you know, it's how RNG treats us. You want the other thing, so it gives you this thing. RNG knows. It knows what we want. All right, what do we got here? Nothing, and nothing. Perfect. Just got your alt through the tutorial? It'll be super fast, because remember, just think about if you, when you started the game, if you were being carried, look at how fast you would get through the game, right? Well, your alt is going to be getting carried to get the gear. What's up, Jiggly? How you doing? What did I forget? Forgot a buff beam. There we go. Oh, going good, man. Going good. Actually getting close to the end here today. Survival will be way, way faster. If you're in Chaos 10 on your main, for example, and you start a fresh character... In fact, I'm going to do a video on this soon. Like, you can be in full Chaos 10 gear within, like, 2 hours. Yeah, you took your alt from tutorial to C10 in one day. Very, very easily. Just chillaxing it out in survival. Now, of course, your alt will still need shards and all that good stuff. But as far as just getting the champion score unlocked, survival super, super fast with that. Does Harambe make videos? I didn't realize he actually made videos. What here do you think is the most fun? I mean, don't ever purchase anything based off of what someone else thinks is fun. I think the most fun character to play is the Gun Witch. I just played the living shit out of the Gun Witch when she first dropped. That's why I don't play her that much anymore. But the Gun Witch is crazy fun to play. Right now, I like playing the Countess, I think, the most. As far as, like, overall, you're building with them, you're DPSing with them, you're doing all the things. I really enjoy playing the Countess. She's super strong, and she's got awesome defenses. I mean, it's just, in my opinion, it's just a really good, well-rounded hero altogether. I like the Hunter. I like the Engineer. I like the Engineer too because I play the Engineer differently. Like, I play mainly hero damage builds, but my Engineer I play ability power. So it gives me a little different, you know, if I'm in the mood for a different playstyle. I gotta get my Mystic dialed in. I need... I'm missing 2 pieces of gear right now. I need hero damage gloves and hero health boots. And what have I failed to look at all day long? I haven't looked at gloves or boots all day. That's for 2 different heroes, of course. The Lazy Mystic is using the dagger. The bounce dagger. The Shadow Flame. You just stack everything into hero health, and then all your damage comes from the poison damage. From the kiss, the glove shard. I don't remember what it's called. Something kiss? Spider's kiss? And it just bounces around the map. Serpent's kiss. No spiders involved. Snakes only. It's the Mystic. How would I think spider over serpent? Jesus. What's wrong with me? Yeah, Dryad, super fun. I mean, it's all a matter of everyone's got their favorites that they like to play, and there's no wrong answer. Everybody plays what they have the most fun on, you know? And that's the way to do it. My Mystic is not set up, but this is basically what Aramir's referring to, is... you stack hero health. You're relying on Serpent's Kiss to get all of your damage, and you just stack as much hero health as you can. And then you just sit here and spray, and your weapon bounces around and auto targets enemies. You see, I'm shooting this way. Now there's no enemies there. Gotta wait till something spawns here, y'all. Here we go. I'm shooting this way, but the daggers are going down and hitting those enemies in their spawn, right? You know, assassin jumps in behind me, the daggers are gonna bounce backwards and hit it. You get that auto fire business. Yeah, it's an aimbot, absolutely. It's not powerful at all, but it's decent damage that you put no effort into. Literally, no hands, ma. And you see the little squigglies on the screen bouncing over to the left and right, you know? I want to get mine dialed in for sure. God, it feels like we had no enemies on that map, huh? I want to get the... Well, I need to get the mercenary... The mercenary's done. I just need to guild shards. I'm still missing one... I didn't even realize on my hunter, I threw all of my mods on my hunter on a really bad set of gloves. I'm not sure what I did there, or what I was thinking. But I've got a really low set of hero damage gloves on my hunter I need to replace. And then I need, for this character, I haven't modded her up yet, but I need a pair of hero health boots. Yeah, doing resets on the alt right now. You see the daggers going behind me? Going after the assassin. I'm shooting over this way. The daggers are hanging a left. Going to the lane. Now watch, they'll go up and kill the flyers. They're going up and hitting the flyers now. I love that dagger. I mean, this dagger will never be powerful because of that. But... you know, it doesn't have to be powerful to be fun. Well, yeah, but you wouldn't want... the damage output is awful. So you wouldn't want to do a hero damage build for it. If you stack hero health, you get the straight 250%, right? Secondary attacks inflict poison on enemies. Plus, if you throw in an earth pet, that gives you a push button petrify. So if you got an earth damage, say you got a pet with poisonous tips on it, you hit your poisonous tips and you got petrify on demand. Because the enemies are all going to be poisoned up. And the thing is it's not just the enemy you're shooting at that's going to be poisoned up. The enemy 3 lanes over is going to be poisoned up as well. You know? And that's kind of the fun aspect of it. It bounces around. There was a time where it was without a doubt the most possible damage you could do. Not DPS, but as far as damage done map wide. It without a doubt was the most damage output you could possibly do. What's my hero build? I'm using the Countess right now. She's a buff. You use buff mods. So I mean, there's 2 ways to build a hero. Well, there's 4 ways to build a hero. First, you pick the category. You want hero damage, or do you want ability power? Well, like I'm using a hero damage Countess. Well, then you decide, can they buff themselves? Where a buff damage mod will work. If they can, then you use swap, buff, and healthy. If they can't, then you use swap, healthy, and whatever third shard you want. Or third mod you want. So, like in my case, it's swap damage, healthy power, damage, buff chip. And, you know, say you wanted to try out the hunter for a day. Well, you could take that exact set of gear, and it's still swap damage, healthy power, damage, buff chip. It's the same exact mod setup. So you can just move that, you know, if you wanted to try out a different hero for the day, you just move that hero over. Or move that set of gear over, try out the new hero, and GG's, right? All right, what do we got? Nothing to be alarmed about, right? We got a roller lane down there. You know what? Let's do something for the roller lane. Let's see. That should work. Actually, you know what? Not going to be using this, so let me just do that. Do that. There we go. All right, we got Dreadbones over here. I mean, let me just do one stack in the middle. I guess there was no point in putting it here, huh? Because the roller lane is already going to be attended to. Any plans for tomorrow? You mean for New Year's Eve? We live in a neighborhood that goes way, way overboard with fireworks on holidays. So we are just planning on chilling at the house here and watching the neighbors blow themselves up. On the 4th of July, it is stupid around there. I mean, they go like the fireworks show that's being put on by the city is like over in, you know, what, 30 minutes or whatever. Our neighborhood fireworks show is still going on for like 6 hours. People get way, 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 way out of control with it. I mean, to a point where it's like, all right, y'all, enough's enough. It's that, literally that much, you know? Did I just way overkill this? I think I did. Throw one of these in for good measure. Yeah, we're just far enough, like, outside of a major city limits where no one is afraid of the cops coming. Because, of course, it's not legal to be blasting fireworks off like that. I use it in survival, but I don't use it like I did in the video. I just put one down, usually. But yeah, I do use it in survival. Yeah, this is 301, but this is going to be my last one, Aramir, sadly. I mean, I'll be back on playing later, but I've got to do a few things here. Oh, yeah. So you could rob it? That's so funny. What about the Vipers? They're incredibly powerful. They're great for Chaos 10 farming. They're really, really good. They shred. I just did a video with Vipers not too long ago. What did I do? I did Vipers and Wolves, I think. They're definitely really, really good, though. I gotta get on your... I don't have Pack Mule on my friends list. I gotta get Pack Mule on here. There we go. Had to swap regions. Ah. How on earth did Pack Mule not get in first? Oh, because of the invites. Oh, Pack Mule did get in first. Oh, man. I see that Shadow Flame squiggly. The little squiggly trailer it leaves in the air is good, too. Gotta love it. That's the power combo right there, man. Shadow Flame plus Super Pet. It is definitely the sweet spot. I'm still gonna remain optimistic on that until it comes. I would love for there to be a viable pet build in DD2, you know? Yeah. He's shredding. I got mine on my mercenary right now. So good. And nothing left the door. Oh, we got stuck mobs down there, huh? Oh, they're up top. I don't think any of those roller rockets can actually make it over here. I don't know why I keep dancing around for them. I don't know. Sorrow. I would guess they're probably the same. Or actually, it should do less because it's AoE. But I don't know on the alt fire. I know that it's less, like on the bow, it's less. But it's a single target versus AoE. AoE will always do less damage than single target. Besides the blinking bow, of course. But in most situations, AoE will always do less damage than single target. Are you still there, Jade? Jade might know. I would assume it's less. But it's going to have that AoE explosion on it, you know? Do you know with the Mystic secondary fire, how does the Malachi one stand up versus, like, using the Earth Guardians one? I mean, like I said, I'm just assuming, but I would assume it's probably slightly less damage, but that small AoE burst. It looks like the rollers didn't die. Oop, dead now. Oh, they were all, like, barely hanging on by a thread. Where you going, Roller? You gotta learn to drive. Dang, Roller's drunk driving. Not even New Year's Eve yet. Jade is looking it up right now, Sarah. Ember Mount is 4.5 DPS per hero damage. That's really high. Malachi is 3.82. Okay, so yeah. Ember Mount is slightly higher, and it's AoE. So the Ember Mount dagger, or the Ember Mount dagger is the one you would want to use. What about Earth Guardians? Earth Guardian and Genie is 9. Oh wow, so that's really high. The Genie one is bugged. The Genie one's been bugged for a while, hasn't it? You're right. I'm going to bail on you here, Aramir. It's the same as Earth Guardians. Okay. So, yeah, as far as single target, the Earth Guardians or Genie one would be more, but the Genie one is bugged. So you can have double DPS to single target over AoE. That's pretty big. Pretty damn big. So yeah, anyway, that's the TLDR there, Sorrow. Malachi is 3.82 DPS per hero damage point. Ember Mount is 4.5 DPS per hero damage point. So that would make Ember Mount a superior AoE dagger. And then the Genie one and the Earth Guardians are both 9 DPS per hero damage point. So the right answer, really, if you want to main a Mystic and really go deep into a Mystic, that didn't sound right at all, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Then you'd want 2 daggers. You'd want one for general play that's AoE, and then you'd have another for single target for when you want to blast down bosses or whatever. That would be the right thing, is to go with 2 weapons for each situation that you could be putting in, or that you could be putting that hero into. See if we got any loot before I bail here. Let's see, let's see. I mean, I can't complain. I got a healthy power today, right? Got a 10 out of 10 healthy power. So I can hardly complain too much. Tips for Prime Incursion 5, the map in Unholy Catacombs. Automate the lanes so that you don't have to mess with them and then just focus on the ghosts, I guess. You know, if you got the lanes automated where you don't have to worry about anything but the bosses. The ghosts on that one, it's not like the original where you can ignore the ghosts. You definitely want to actually flip the switches and despawn the ghosts. If not, they're just going to catch up there. Use geyser traps. But yeah, but you have to pick the color, though, is the thing. Does that work? Geyser traps on the switches? How do you get the right color? I mean, I know it will trigger the switch, but you got to match them, you know? No, you said Unholy Catacombs, not the Crumble Bulwark one. See what's for sale. That looks like my shop. A bunch of stuff nobody's going to want. I'm going to end up having to pull this stuff out of my shop and trashing it. Here's my shop right now. Oh, somebody bought something. Holy crap. Triple chip, frosty chip, life burn crit, mana burn, triple, mana burn, normal, triple, and normal. I mean, I put them up there for cheap, hoping somebody would buy them just because they were 10s. But oh no, ain't nobody wants that stuff. You had to rerun multiple times. Well, no, they're all in order. I don't have time to run the map right now, but I can show you. How's it at? Spectral Assault. Like, I can show you what I do. Or, I mean, I don't farm this map, but if I was to do it, I can show you what I would do. What's going on, Ninja Savage? Inventory space is the greatest quality of life in the game, Brannigan. At an absolute minimum, make sure you run through and do the new player quest line. That way you get the free bag in vault space. But the more inventory you have, the more the merrier in all situations always, you know? So, like, what I would do for this map is build a build where, like, set something up where you don't have to do anything. So, like, I would use walls and, like, set up a build with walls. That way there's plenty of time for enemies to smash on walls and I can completely ignore the lanes. And then start at one side and just wait. Like, you can pre-pop something. Like, you can go through and pre-pop a color and pray that it's purple. But what I normally do is I'll just wait over here, see what color the ghost is that come out, go to the color. If it's red, I know I need to or let's say it's green. I got to hit it 2 more times. Well, I don't even need to look at these. I just know I need to hit it 2 times. So I can come over and hit each one 2 times. Then I've got the green buff, go cleanse the ghost, and then go right back over to where I started and wait for the next ghost. Is what I personally do. And, you'll clear them out, no problem. But you have to set your build up so that it's not going to require a lot of work. Like for... I would do something, say, like this with buff beams and boost stars, and then to kick it all off, I'd throw like 1 gargoyle in just in case I got a Drakenlord or whatever. That way I could just ignore the boss until I got the spirits cleansed. But remember too, a boss here is more important than a spirit here, so you just got to watch what's going on, kill the boss, and then jump back down and cleanse the spirits or whatever. The only thing I personally would suggest though, for someone who's just trying to break in, is always start on one corner. Like, don't flip switches in the middle. Like, don't like jump down through the hole and flip this switch over to purple and then run back over, because then you're having to backtrack and you're having to go past a spot that you had already covered, If you always, when you go down to flip the switches, if you always jump down on one of the ends, so on this side or on this side, then you've got a full run. Like, so if I switch them to red, that's it. They're all red and I can go cleanse. See what I'm saying? But I mean, it'll take you a practice. If you've never done it before, it's going to take you a little bit of practice. You'll get it down and you'll end up running it like it's nothing. Anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for right now. I can't say today. My plan right now is to farm up a bunch of blight maps, which is the tower defense element in PoE, tonight after my wife goes to bed. So as it stands right now, I plan on doing a late night stream tonight. And I'm going to do more of those in the future here. But anyway, that is going to get it for me for now, though. So thank you all an absolute ton for hanging out. Let's take a look and see who all we've got streaming. We've got Fallen Senpai is streaming. We'll send you all over to him. Everybody on Twitch. And also, don't forget, y'all, there is a giveaway ending. On the 1st on my YouTube channel. So make sure you all head on over there and get entered in the giveaway. But anyway, thanks a ton for hanging out, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If I don't see you all tomorrow, Happy New Year. And talk to y'all soon. Take it easy.